amazing people, welcome to my vlog. My name is Ndung'u. Always a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for coming back. I love you, I appreciate you, and I thank God for you. This particular vlog is centered on motivation, personal growth, and relationships. We throw in everyday prayers from 12 a.m. You can tune in as well and pray together with us. But also we are very passionate about acting. It's something we are working on, and we'll be throwing short films here and there even as we grow ourselves, so that maybe in the next few years we will be having enough money so that we can stop doing zero budget movies and just go all the way, and create amazing content. So yeah, that is basically all about me. So we will also bring in conversations about how to just settle in the role of motherhood, because sometimes for me, especially for the first baby, I was like, I wasn't prepared for all this. Okay, that aside, you guys, welcome to 21 Mondays of motivation. You guys, every time I think about Mondays nowadays, I'm excited. There are Monday blues when you're like coming from the weekend, everything has been chilled, and then you're getting so busy to just start your day, to start your weekend. You're feeling like, now why has the weekend ended? But now for me, because we started 21 Mondays of motivation every Sunday, I'm usually excited because you know what, Monday I'm going to have 21 Mondays of motivation. We are going to dive on our goals and really what we are writing about and what we expect even after 21 Mondays of motivation. So karibu sana to this vlog, okay? Yes, you guys, we started 21 Mondays of motivation 3 Mondays ago. Okay, the first Monday was introduction. If you have not watched it, I will try see if I can put a link for this particular first motivation video for you in the description box. And we talked about the different kinds of motivation, but we insisted on the intrinsic and the extrinsic kind of motivation, which of course are the main types of motivation. We also dived on other motivations that more or less just spring out or are part and parcel of the two. The other Monday we talked about things that hinder us from being motivated. We talked about fear, self-sabotage. What else did we touch on, you guys? What else? What did you pick? Write on the comment section what else you picked. So today I gave us homework on a personal level, of course. If you've not done the homework, it's okay, you guys, it's fine. But the interesting part about doing something like this when you're on your own is because you can write your intimate secret notes, and things that you want to achieve for yourself, even as you motivate yourself with us, so that you can achieve those things that you want to achieve. So of course, at the end of the day, it's a win-win for all of us, for you and even for me, even as we walk the journey, because it will be so amazing just knowing that you being in the comfort of your homes, in the comfort of your office, or where you're listening from, that you actually followed us through the 21 Mondays of motivation, and that at the end of it all, whether I get to know it or not, just in my own weird way or in your own way, just knowing that the 21 Mondays of motivation were of help to you, that really will make my day and my life, because it means that whatever I am doing is impacting a life. So kindly just help us by working together with us, because I really want you guys to just enjoy like the way I'm enjoying. I'm really honestly looking forward for Mondays, so that we can do this, because why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? So I told you guys I wrote a list, and I just thought about it again, and it became even clearer. And I had things, of course, I have more than the things I have written down that I want to achieve. So this is what I want us to do. I want to tell you my things that I want to achieve by the time we are done with 21 Mondays of motivation. But I won't go into details, and I won't tell you some of the things, because of course they are personal and private. There are others that I won't talk about here. but just having the ones that I can talk about makes it easier, so that even you, as you write your own, tusonge pamoja. Yes, we help each other do this. I told you I need accountability partners, and you guys are my accountability partners, and I am your accountability partner as much as I am a screen away. Okay. Yeah, but if you like us to work together again on a personal level and all that, you can leave your name or your number. We can just find a way of having a conversation. Just leave a comment on the comment section so that we can know how we can link up and just do this on a personal level, and that would be also amazing. So for me, the first thing I want to do is get to 5,000 subscribers. I told you my end term goal, by the time I am done with this channel, yani mali nitafeel I have accomplished something, you know, I have gotten to that particular goal, is getting to 500 million subscribers. And I want to achieve this in like right now I'm 30 something, in my early 30s. So by the time maybe mid 40s, okay? Yeah, so I have 15 years to do this, roughly, to get to 500 subscribers. That is my goal. Like, until now I get there, I will settle. But now, because it is a journey and I have to start somewhere, as I'm doing these vlogs right now, I'm 485 subscribers. But by the time we are done with 21 Mondays of Motivation, of course, I want to have gotten 500k subscribers. And this is the interesting bit. 500k, why? Because I thought 1,000 is kidogo sana, because of course I'm almost to half of the 1,000, which is 500. So I thought if I reach 5,000, it will mean that I don't have to work as hard to get to that number. But if I put a higher number, like now the way I've put a 500k, it will push me to share more, to be more creative, to come up with content that will bring in the audience, and also to work on my marketing strategy and other things, of course, that I need to work on to get to my 500k subscribers. This is my goal. Now, I have ways in which I want to accomplish this. First, of course, is doing inviting other people so that we can hear different opinions, and through inviting those other people, I get to pull in crowd of their friends and all that. So of course that will help. The other thing is see if I can be hosted in other people's vlogs or something, or their shows, so we can have a conversation and have their subscribers come to my side and my few to also engage with them. Unfortunately, when you are very young and of course with very few subscribers, you don't get invited to so many shows, because they don't feel like they can benefit from you, you know. So at least when I get to the 500 as well, 5,000, I can at least tell someone, can we have a conversation? You know, out of my 5k subscribers, you can get, I think, 1,000 who will follow you back, and that is a plus for you. So something like that. But right now is more or less just sending and saying hi in their inboxes, and like, can I be hosted here? Can you just accommodate me? Anyway, so that is also a prayer that I am working on. Of course, as I'm saying, I told us when we are writing goals to also have a strategy of how you will achieve them. Don't just write. Like I wrote 500k subscribers. So what I will do even this coming week is just to divide them in a realistic manner. We have 21 Mondays of Motivation. When I started out, when I wanted to initially start the 21 Mondays of Motivation, I wanted to start on the 13th, but unfortunately we started on the 20th. So if we were to start on the 13th of November, no, was it November? Yeah, if we were to start on the 13th of November, we would have ended our 21 Mondays of Motivation on 1st of April. But because of starting on the 20th means that we have pushed that from the 1st to, I don't know, I've not checked my calendar, but that was my idea, to finish on the 1st of April, Fool's Day, of course, and all that. But then I will have now the next Monday after the 1st of April, and that is the time we will finish, meaning we have a few months. We have January, we have February, we have March, and now we can't count April because it will be like a week or so in April. So that's That makes it 3 months, just to make it realistic. So I will divide my 5,000 subscribers, the ones that I want to achieve, by the 3 months, and see how in a month how many subscribers I need to get. I will do that for myself. How many in a day? I will go to until a day, how much will I get, and see how realistic it is. The interesting part is it has been so hard to grow my viewership so far, and it has taken an arm and a leg of course. But the interesting part is I love the challenge. When I started out, I still insist. I wasn't really as oomphed up and as fired up as I am right now. So of course, as much as it looks unrealistic compared to the journey I have had in the past, I want to have this so that it can teach me. I want to see how possible it can be, because if I can get to 500k subscribers in 3 months, that means then again it will be so easy for me to actualize my 500 million in my 15 years to come. So of course, yeah, so I will write down my strategies. I have given you a bit of the things that I was thinking on working on so that I can get to my subscribers. So even you, even the first thing that you've written down for yourself, do you have like a strategy of how to achieve? Do you have like a realistic way of doing it? I know sometimes it's very discouraging and very hard. My cue, I am a living testimony of how hard it is to do something. But you know what, until we try, we don't know, you know. I don't know how, if I can really do this, because I've never challenged myself. So that's why I put myself to that challenge. And you see, the interesting part is no one will beat me at the end of the day if I don't do it. But it is so encouraging to know that I am working with you guys, and I have to be faithful with the journey, because I'm also teaching as I am doing. That's why I want it to be so practical. Saki kuwapea story, because normally what I do is I come with notes like, this is how you're supposed to do your goals. Do them realistically, make them achievable, make them simple, make them this, and also make them achievable, and all these things that I come here looking so nice and saying. But now I want them to be very, very, very practical. I got an instruction to do prayer. You guys, I'm scared. You know, I am afraid. I'm like, you know what, God, people don't know me that way. They don't know that side of me. Where will I start? I don't know even in church who I can approach to do that. I am not in the intercessory ministry. So how do I do this? And then it hit me. You know what? I have a platform already. It doesn't have so many people, but it is somewhere I can actually begin. But it took so long to begin. And of course, there was the kujishuku, no, not now. Let me give it some time. Let me not do it today. No, let me do it after a while. And all these things that we all tell ourselves, you know. You're like, I'm not prepared. I'm not ready. I don't know if I can do it. I am not so sure. I am not so confident. I'm not even sure if I had God. God, are you sure you are the one? But are you for real? Can the enemy tell me to pray? Honestly, can I just come from nowhere and the devil tells me you need to start prayer? No, so it can't be the enemy. So of course that was weird. Then now the interesting part is, one time I went live, and after I had finished praying, of course the internet was bad, so the clip was mchele. And then after I finished, I didn't know how to, like, where to press to come offline. And then at that time my husband has already slept. So I'm there, I finished the video and I'm laughing. I'll put like a small clip here, I think. I'll try and download and do it and show you. So, I have come to the end of the video. I've already said amen. And then I'm staring at the screen, I'm like, it's not finishing. So now what do? I laugh. I'm calling my husband. My husband is asleep. So finally, I think I come and find out how it works. And then oh my God. And then I was like, you know what? I can't do prayer live now because I have the challenge of course, my Wi-Fi is not as strong. So of course, the video was pathetic. Secondly, I wasn't really ready. I remember when I sat in front of the camera and then I hit record, the nerves, and then I am imagining myself closing my eyes what is the audience thinking? What is the other person on the other side thinking when I'm closing my eyes? Because I have not really shown that side of me, and then it was so uncomfortable. You guys, the people that do this, the people that have really held strong to their salvation in public, congratulations. And yeah, it takes boldness. I didn't know. Before I come back again to do live, I chose to do pre-recorded, but then we do at 12, and I post every time at 12 a.m. I skip some days, challenges as I told you, but so it's just to stay committed and of course consistent. And the other thing is, right now at least I have a time frame. I want to do it not less than 30 minutes. Just do prayer as I feel led, okay? And if you are if you have subscribed and you would like to walk a journey of prayer with us, kindly tune in every 12 a.m. in the morning, every day, because of course the consistency is gonna be there, so that we learn together, so that we grow together. I felt that the intentions of the prayer were not more so to show people that I can pray. It was more of I walk people together with me as I continue to learn how to pray. And someone once told me that the only way you can learn how to pray is praying. You can't say that I'm learning, so I'm taking notes. This is how you do it. Because even the Bible tells us start with thanksgiving and praise, and then goes to supplication and all that. So there is a flow that we're given, but really you have to really get there. I know that it is difficult for some of you that are coming, so walk with us. And it is an amazing journey, and I'm sure that we will all learn together, because I am also learning. So not that I am doing it sasa nimeiva mimi ndio ule dem kwa maombi. It's like, let's just walk together and learn together and know God together. Yeah, and I'm sure it's gonna be amazing. So yeah, my channel has 3 major like themes, or should I say my niche is relationships, motivation, and personal growth. And I've noticed that I focus on now motivation and relationships more than I do personal growth. But the interesting thing is all these things are combined. You cannot be motivated if you're not personally growing. You cannot personally grow if you yourself are not investing in yourself, if you're not growing yourself, because until you do so, then you cannot have that personal growth. The personal growth helps even with the motivation, and it helps even at the area of relationship, because when you're more confident, when you're more secure, when you're feeling comfortable in your space, it is so easy for you to even relate with your significant other, because until you have a relationship with yourself, until you embrace yourself, when someone tells you you're beautiful, if you're not comfortable, you'll be like, unani-enjoy, kwa nini unanichezea, kwa nini unanidanganya? But until you're confident to a point that when someone comes and tells you you're beautiful, you're like, thank you, because it is true. Even you've dealt with the aspect and the fact that, you know what, I'm pretty. Okay, good. Thank you very much. I know. I have worked on myself. I have worked on embracing the fact that, you know what, I am beautiful. Some of us, I remember, kitambo, when people used to tell me I'm beautiful, I would look at them, and instead of saying thank you first, the first thing I would do is also look for something in their lives that looks like it's working, so that I can compliment them too. So it's like we are exchanging compliments. No one is really receiving the compliment. If you're in that state, it means that you have not really accepted yourself 100%, and your self-esteem, as much as it might be high, it is questionable. I am not saying that you now become egomaniac. Now you can't even look at other people, everything is about you. No, I am saying that it is okay to embrace even the compliments that come your way, because it is true. When someone tells you, you know what, today you did your makeup real good, you're like, thank you, because you invested time. When someone tells you your hair looks nice, say thank you. Don't just say thank you and then you're like, and the way I even spent 200 only. No, you're like, thank you. Even if I spent 50 shillings, it is 50 shillings that I spent to look nice. It's not about the amount that I spent, unless they ask you so that you can now tell them after they tell you look nice, or who did your hair, and then you're like, my hair was done by who, so and so, how much? And then you tell them, it's nice, I would like to maybe have them do mine too, or something. But before they ask all those more questions, don't be so quick to give. Someone tells you, I love your dress, asante, lakini ukajua hiyo dress nilipata 20 bob Gikomba. Who asked you? So what if it's 20 bob? She's just told you look nice. Say thank you. End of story. The other things of ukajua, that one will come if she asks. Someone, after they have complimented you and maybe now they want to know because they want your plug, then you can now tell them. But before they ask, shut up. Accept the thanks. End of story. So of course, as I was talking about that niche, I noticed that they are so interrelated. And then the other thing, of course, now I've added in prayer as was directed. And then I love movies. For those that know me before, I think since I started working, I studied psychology, for your information, for those that don't know, in KU. And before I graduated, when I was like in second year, I got an opportunity to act, and man, I was getting good money, and I was a second year. So after I finished campus, I just felt like, well, ile pesa nilikuwa napata nikiwa campus, let me go see if I can get the same amount of money. But you see, that time show ilikuwa inauzwa Showmax, and they were paying really good because they were paying us in rands. So by the time you convert, unapata bado in Kenyan shillings bado imepanda hata kama ni kidogo, you get so ilikuwa a good amount of money. And I also was having somewhat not the lead role, but ilikuanga tu ka role nika supporting, but ka supporting ka strong. So of course my pay was a bit good because nilikuwa naonekana sana. And when I went back now, I think now I started the real tamaking, because of course you're doing an extra for 500. Now you're doing as a main character, but you're being paid maybe 1,000 or something per episode. So you can imagine you've done 13 episodes, so that's 13K, and you are appearing a lot, so you're tired, man. You know, some of them you're an extra. Yani tu vitu mingi zenye hazikuwa zina make sense. And I'm not saying that it was a bad experience. I loved it. So of course, because I love movies, I love entertainment, and I want to create also content for us, because, well, kidogo our content is nude, is very naked. So I'm trying to see if I can get clothed content that will teach us without really having to remove, without having to use body parts. So yeah, so that's also something I'm working on. So basically, I just want to revolve around my niche, but the movies will be more revolving around my niche. I won't go outside it. Yeah, and that is also something else I want to start doing. The movies kidogo, I have been having a reluctance mode of like, mimi sinina shoot, so nitapost anytime nataka, so sitaipea time frame. But then again, I also want to challenge myself, not from this month, maybe next month, that I try and just do a short film once a month. I haven't decided the timing, because of course now you're seeing my schedule is already kidogo tight. We have prayer every day that I need to record and pre-record and do what? Do a bit of editing and then post. I have Mondays and I have Fridays that I'm creating content for and posting. And now I have also the movie, the short films that I want to include, that I need to write the script, come up with shooting locations and all these things. And I also want to have it as part of the things that I want to do. So once a month, but that one I haven't really gone to the nitty-gritties of the time and everything. But of course, as we continue to discuss, because I am working on this thing, because I want to follow through even after we are done with 21 Mondays of Motivation. This is an opportunity for me to never go back where I have been. I don't want to be reluctant, you guys. So, wacheni mimi nijipange na nyinyi, because you see, the minute I put it out here, hey, it is a reminder for me and a caution, so that I don't mess up. So wacha tu nijipeane, nijiuze, so that when you guys see me out there, you know where we started. We started with you. So if you don't want to follow me, that's okay. Me, I'll do me. I will succeed, and I will thank you because you made me become very very accountable. So you continue. You write, don't joke. Yeah, so I wrote about creating a short film every month. I haven't given it kabisa details. I'm still thinking about it. And as we continue to talk about 21 Mondays of Motivation, I will keep you updated. The other thing is, of course, start bringing guests to the show so that it can stop being too personalized, because I want to be inclusive. There are conversations and topics that I cannot really discuss because I don't have a lot of experience in the area, especially when it comes to men's perspective. You know what? I have my female, even when we're having conversation with other ladies and even with men, I will always be supporting the ladies, because you know what? It is my gender, you guys. I understand this side more than I would understand you. So of course, kidogo, my content has been biased, but we are bringing in the male gender and also just other diversified and other people with experience on different aspects, of course, on the same thing that I'm dealing with. And the main reason I want to bring people who have experience on some of the conversations I have had is because I want to now get it to on a personal level, so that it can have a personal touch to it, so that when you relate with someone, we can actually see that these things can actually work. And if it went to a point where it became bad, then we can ask ourselves, where would we have done better? If you were that person, or if I was that person, what would we have done better? Because you see, sometimes when we are bringing stories, we don't bring just good ones, we also bring bad ones zenye zilienda zikachapana zikaharibika zikamess tu ile yao yote kabisa, so that we learn even from that one. Okay, so that we don't have to repeat the same thing, so that if someone is in even that space where your marriage or your relationship or just something imeenda iko almost kufika where maybe one of my guests will come, is that you caution, you like a pause, you go like, where? So I can end up there. So what can I do so that I don't go there? What am I supposed to remedy? What am I supposed to work on? And that is my desire. And I hope that we get to that place where we just sit down, we learn from other people's experiences. You know, you don't have to go through everything. You don't have to go through all the pain, ladies. Sometimes just learn from experiences from people. Learn from mine. Learn from the guests that I will bring. Because you know what? We don't want to all suffer and struggle. It is a lie. It is a lie. Not everything needs to be learned from experience. Me, I'm saying that, and I hope that you receive it and we finish up the films we shot a while ago. I compile them, I edit, I post, I finish a storyline of some of them that we created. So we never posted. We had, I think, around 4, 5, 6 films. One of them is the one that I posted about Listen on my channel. If you haven't watched it, go and watch it. Go and watch it. It's amazing. So I won't lie, the quality is not as good because we were just learning. It was, I will call it the birthing of now us producing content, and some conversations or some of the topics we were discussing were more church based and centered, because of course it was supposed to be a church thing. And right now the content is there, and I need to maybe look at it, so recompile it again, see if the story makes sense and all these things, because kuna venye pia hatukuanga na ending, hatukuwa na nini, all these things. And then there are others we were shooting to replace another, and then it happens that the other ones that we were replacing were found. So now there's no need of replacing. But the problem is, because we shot, I don't feel the need to discard that particular shots. So what I wanted to do was just pick even the ones that I have already shot and see if I can write a story on that, so that we can actually end up using that content, because I don't want to throw anything. And this is what I say, even if the content isn't 100%, if you compare it with people doing it in the movies, the thing is, it is my journey, it is our journey as young people who came together, who did this, and we did it 100% with all our hearts. And the light was super exposed. A lot of things were just bad. The sound was terrible. But you know what? I am going to compile and we will release them by God's grace somewhere soon, so that I can be done with them. Again, I have not written a timeline for the same, but you see, I have 21 Mondays of motivation. I have until April to make sure that I finish that particular project. So I promise you that that will be done, kabisa, and that is done. I won't tell you the timings. I'll just be I will continue to give you more details on the same. Now, the other thing that I want to do, that I was telling my husband, you know what, this one I have to do, is pay debts. You people, there's a scripture in the Bible that says that we are slaves to our debtors. I have debts of people kutoka when I was single. I transferred with the debts in marriage. And then apart from that, I have added others in marriage. You know, the Zenka ones and other things, and all these other things that we just find ourselves doing when we are hiding from our husband, and we just pick loans everywhere here and there because we are trying to do something that maybe he said no to, and then bado hiyo inaenda inagonga mwamba because he did not bless it as the authority. Yes. So of course the other thing is pay debts. And I look at these numbers, I would have a kashamba somewhere. But because they are, some of them are pledges I made even to people's weddings, and I really didn't fulfill them. And the main reason maybe I didn't do it is because expenses zilikuja kidogo zikakuwa tricky. So you feel bad, but because you had pledged and promised them, as much as the wedding imeisha, I just feel obligated. And the main reason I want to still give, and I am asking my husband, we just continue with the journey because we had already pledged as much as whatever happened, is because we have been in that season and we have walked that journey. We also had people pledge and fall out last minute. The interesting thing is that God just finds a way of organizing everything so that you don't lack because it is a marriage that he wants to be a part of. So somehow he brings provision from all other corners. But one thing I noticed with us and me personally is that the people that had pledged and did fulfill, I was bitter for a while. I was like, kwa nini una pledge basi kama hautapeana? Kwa nini unatupatia hopes and then you get? So and then I'm like, na kama hatungepata, because utatumes. What if you pledged something and said you will maybe sort our drinks, and then we say, usibuy drinks, kuna mse alisema ataleta, and then last minute he doesn't, and then maybe we now know that you're the only one bringing drinks. So the wedding ina happen without drinks because you did not do it. But you see, now that I have been there, I think I asked that question, and then I got myself in a situation where I am now on the other side, pledging in people's wedding, and now I'm like, the money that I was to give you either delays or something just happens. I maneuver the money I was to give you, but something is urgent here, and this urgent one is for us and the family. So I'm like, katikati ya harusi yako ya one day, and for me sorting my family is important, so let me sort my family. So unapata, you just redirect the money. So ukiwa in that place, and then I'm seated now again asking myself alone, how wase walikuwa wana expect hiyo pesa uli pledge. So now, and maybe they will get bitter like I did. If they're like me, they will throw tantrums and even go to the point of even telling God. So they're reporting me to God. Imagine. Na maybe tu niko natuka shida. Kupesa ilikuwa mse. Nisameeni lakini. But the honest truth is that we will refund because we pledged. So yeah. So my debts are heavy. So me, I'm a slave to so many people, oh my God. And for me to be totally free and just be God's slave only. I need to pay these people because so far they are my masters. Right now when I'm doing content, I'm looking this nice. Ibu imagine, kuna mtu anaona content yangu kwa TV yake akisemanga, huyu msichana ako na pesa. Oneni venye anajipaka makeup. Oneni venye anakaa hivi na hivi. Oneni na mimi hata anilipi 1000 yangu. Na mimi hadi ako na 500 yangu. Na mimi ako na 10,000 yangu. Na mimi ako na ABCD. When I'm encouraging people and like 21 Mondays, and maybe they are subscribing here and then they are like, hiki kisichana hata kiko na pesa yangu ya 30,000. She's not even giving me, and then she's here telling us 21 Mondays, you know. So that's the reason why I wrote that down, but also because I also honestly want to pay all of you. Yeah, I am honestly working on doing it. Na sisemi kama finyo ama kama jokes. I promise you it might take a while because of course is ordaining ni mob. My husband said he will support me. Mingi actually hapa ni mimi. And you know, as women, we are very sentimental. We are like, nani anakuambia ukuje usimamie harusi? You're like, it's okay, I will do it. Why not? You're my friend. Nitakam. Oh, leta mtoto asimamie harusi. Sawa, mchukue. You know? But you see, when you accept, initially, you don't ingisha hizo mambo, like your mind doesn't go there immediately. I think for men it does, but for us ladies we're like, hey, awesome, hata niko na kidogo hadi usuggest hadi your cats and your dogs because you're like, you know what, sisi wote tunataka kusimamia. Then later inakuhit, by then you know what, with all that volunteering, there is money now that needs to back this volunteering, you know. Even when you're saying, me I can pledge even 100,000, why not? You know, I love this person, I would love to support them, you know. And so I think sometimes it comes from a sincere, honest place where you just love these people. You want to give the best and maybe more than what they would want you to give, because you feel like, oh my God, and it is a milestone, it is a journey for them, and you're like so excited because unabebwa tuna upepo. So sometimes we tend to, sisi as women, to just be willing to taka kupeana and to just be involved and to be there and to look nice and all these things. But it comes with a cost. Sometimes inakugonga vibaya. Sometimes you have to disorient and kupangua the schedules and the planning that you guys had financially. But unajua sasa inakuja inakuwa mbaya when now hauwezi pangua familia. And then everything else is not working, but at the same time you want to please people. So the pleasing people causes you to borrow somewhere. In your mind you're like, si niko na ile pesa ninangojea ile, nitatoanisha sasa, kwa hiyo nilipe hii yenye nimechukua. The problem is hata hii yenye umechukua by that time imeshazaana. So it's just a whole kikitu. And me, I pray, oh God, deliver me from debts. Oh, me, I don't want to be nimechoka kuwa slave. Because you people, especially the ones I owe money, mnanifanya nisipumue na amani. Because hata saa yenye ninataka kufanya kitu ya like hata kujipeleka out ama kwenda Mombasa, I cannot go in peace. I cannot even go in vacation in peace and post. Because niko kwa akili najiambia kinani ataniona. Nani ataona status yangu. Na mimi sitaki kucommute kwa status. I want you to see when the Lord blesses me. So, I will pay your debt so that I can enjoy my life. Sawa, I will pay. I will pay. The devil is a liar. I will pay. It's just that singewataja majina na nitaje ninawa how much each and every one of you, so that we're out here in public that I owe A, B, C, D, E, F this amount of money. But all of you, I have written down. Naki after nimelipa watu, I think I will just go somewhere, I don't know, and make a public announcement. If I owe you money and I have not paid, come see me. Come see me. In case I never wrote down, ama maybe we had a conversation zile za chini ya maji and then I forgot. Nikadhani ulinipea tu. Nikasahau ni deni. Come. You know, but for now, hizi zenye nimeandika acha ni deal nazo, I think so far. Nikimaliza, I'll call you. Because I remember everyone that I borrowed money from. Peradventure I don't remember. Ukinikumbusha, I won't forget. I'll remember. And I will be ready to pay. So yeah, you guys, have you written your own goals and list and some of the things that you want to do and some of the things that you want to be motivated to do? 40 minutes later and still counting. So to just finish this video up, I know you have written down goals and you have maybe highlighted them, haujazipatia context in terms of how you're planning to achieve, hujafikiria hadi hapo mbele. There are some of mine that sijafikiria, haujazipea deadline, because if you don't give them deadline, then again inakuwa tricky to accomplish. If you're working on maybe the 3 Mondays that we talk, the 21 Mondays, that means it's 3 months that we are talking about, then that's also okay. If whatever you're writing down you want to accomplish in the next 3 Mondays, meaning it is short-term goals, that is fine. But of course, with the short-term goals, have have long-term goals hapo kando, so that when you're working on the short-term goals, you see, you will fail, but you will also do, and you will learn, and you will grow. So by the time you're done with your short-term goals, even if you won't achieve that particular goal to the T, like for me, the 5,000 subscribers, but I think I can actually achieve. But in case I don't, peradventure I don't, the thing is, I will have grown the subscribers, and I will learn how to even maybe now do it, so that when I write the other goal, or even if the goal remains the 500k, you see, 500 is in my head, it is 500m. In case I don't get to the 5k, at least, you know, now I will have learned how to do it maybe, or how not to do it. So now when I sit back again to re-strategize, I will know how to go about it. And that is the interesting about setting goals. Now usijikondem, usijibonde, usijigonge, usijifanyie all these things. And the interesting thing is, by the time I get there, I've also written rewards for the same, so that when I do it, I congratulate myself. Yeah, especially this is a deni. Every time I pay someone, nimejipreservia kakitu, you know, instead of just doing this. Hiyo siku najitreat. Yeah, I treat me. I'm like, Marion, you're honoring your pledges? Good. You know, a lot of people don't pay that. That's good, you know, and I do something also for myself. 21 Mondays is amazing. I think that we are going to have fun. Personally, I feel like lives are going to be transformed. Personally, I feel like, you know what, things are changing. For you, for me, you know, we are doing this. We are going higher. We are making it fun. We are making it better for you and for me. Sindo, see you on Friday. Okay? I have a very important guest that I would want you to come and just learn from him. This man, he looks small, but you know, inside him, he's filled like this with wisdom. I just sit down sometimes, I listen to him, I look at him, I hear him, and sometimes I don't tell him, but let me steal this secret for you. He challenges me. Ooh. Hey, that one challenges me. My goodness, he's a friend. But I'll tell you more. So see you on Friday. If you come, you will know more about him, and you will also learn from his wisdom, because he's loaded like this. And then if you want him to come again, you leave a comment down there when you come on Friday, so that, you know what, we keep him busy, so that he keeps coming until he can't stop. But now he's everywhere in these videos. Sindio. So please encourage me to just send my loves his way when he comes, because I want him to continue coming, you know, and to encourage himself, to encourage him, and so that I can encourage other guests that I'm planning to bring to you, so that they just feel the love. You know, when they see we are loving one of them, and then we bring another one, they will want to come. They will feel already the hype and the love, you know, growing. Sindio, mimi wacheni ni wa show, with all honesty. And this is coming from my heart. Aki, I love people. I love you. I love you. And I want you to grow. and I want you to just push yourself outside that comfort zone. Yeah, see you on the next vlog. Even as we continue to do this, and as we continue to encourage ourselves, as we continue to motivate ourselves, you know what, life is just amazing when you're motivated. And even when things are not going the way you want them to go, it's amazing. Mwah, 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 mwah.